Good evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Jefferson Robbins, in all this week for Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window to take a look at what fickle Mother Nature threw at us this fine morning, looking north up the Wenatchee Valley from our cross cam. We had a fickle beast today as far as weather goes, starting up this morning with some snow flurries and mild rain showers around the region. If you were driving near Cashmere this morning, as I was, around 8 a.m., it came close to whiteout for a brief time, but after that, the sun broke through. We got a lovely reprieve, as you can see. Precipitation chances are going to drop to kind of minimal after today with a fair amount of sun throughout the course of the week, but it looks like the temperatures will continue to let us know that winter is coming. Dan Kuntz will be along a little bit later with a full weather picture, but right now, a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. New COVID-19 cases break records in the Wenatchee Valley. There's an app for that. The state pushes a new notification system for coronavirus contact tracing that you can get on your phone. And despite the wide-scale spread of the disease, Cashmere school children are heading back to the classroom. But first, we begin tonight in East Wenatchee, where state investigators say a financial consultant engaged in a scheme to defraud local clients of nearly $500,000. The Department of Financial Institutions, which regulates banking and investment in the state, has charged 53-year-old Gregory D. Lone of Paramount Financial Advisors with defrauding 7 Wenatchee Valley clients over the last 3 years in an alleged Ponzi scheme. Investigators say rather than invest clients' money as directed, Lone falsified documents and spent their investments on personal expenses. Many of the clients were elderly. Lone is not a registered securities dealer, and the state filed administrative charges against him in June. Investigators referred the case to local prosecutors in Douglas County, where today he faces possible charges of first-degree theft. Well, the Chelan-Douglas Health District reported a one-day record-breaking number of new COVID-19 cases on Friday. There were 134 new positive tests reported by the health district, 92 in Chelan County and 42 in Douglas County. Those numbers pushed the two-county incident rate to 907.7 per 100,000 residents over the past 14 days. That's the highest rate ever for the combined two counties. In Monday's report from the health district, the two counties recorded 88 new positive tests, 57 in Chelan County and 31 in Douglas County. Also on Friday, Grant County confirmed 4 new coronavirus deaths. The Grant County Health District said 3 of those deaths were connected to senior care facilities. 2 involved a woman in her 80s and another in her 60s. They were residents of the McKay Healthcare and Rehab Center in Soap Lake. The third senior home death was a woman in her 80s who was a resident of the Lake Ridge Center in Moses Lake. The fourth new death was a Moses Lake man in his 60s who was not associated with a senior care facility. Well, the state says it can now alert you on your phone if you've been near someone who has tested positive for COVID-19. The anonymous notification system was announced today by Governor Jay Inslee and is available on iPhones by going to the settings and enabling exposure notifications. It can be downloaded to Android phones through the Google Play Store. Called WA Notify, the system can send notifications in 29 languages, but can only alert people to other users of the app. So the state is hoping that users will adopt that system widely. And while most area school districts have put a hold on returning students to classrooms, that isn't the case in Cashmere, where today grades 7 through 12 returned to half-day in-person instruction. Cashmere Superintendent Glenn Johnson said in a letter to parents, the district recognizes that coronavirus cases in the area are spiking, but the district is confident it can return students to school safely. Johnson said about 1,000 students in grade K through 6 have already been attending using the hybrid model, and there have been 12 positive COVID-19 cases among those students. Johnson said all those cases originated outside the schools, and there is no evidence of transmission in the Cashmere schools. Cashmere Middle School Principal Sarah Graves told NCWLIFE's Dan Kuntz at the Les Schwab Toy Drive on Saturday that students are missing too much with remote-only learning.
But we are bringing, we have our 5th and 6th graders currently on campus part-time days, and actually Monday we're bringing our 7th and 8th graders back. So we will see all of our kids at least once a day, which really gives us some relief, because I think there's a lot of kids falling through the cracks socially and emotionally, and in terms of things like Cashmere Cares, the basic needs being met. True. It's just not the same.
Yeah.
There's relationships. Those relationships are so important. They're actually the most important thing we do in school. And when it's really hard to build relationships over a screen.
Now, coming up next, vaccine plans could give frontline healthcare workers a fighting chance against this pandemic, and state troopers come to the rescue of some traveling animals in need. I'm Jefferson Robbins, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Mary Mates of Wenatchee believes a clean home is a happy home. Mary Mates provides holiday cleaning services to cheer about. Don't let the seasonal cleaning ruin the festive fun. Mary Mates can simplify your life at a great value. It's never too soon to start planning a holiday perfect home. Mary Mates of Wenatchee happily offers a worry-free guarantee. Locally owned and operated, let Mary Mates do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Call Mary Mates today. Winter is a great time to trade in your current hot tub. Turn your old hot tub into money with Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa's trade-in program. You can save $500 to $1,000 off of any new artesian spa or take advantage of a free Bluetooth music experience. Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa recommends draining your hot tub every 3 months. Ask us about our drain and refill special. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa today.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. The Washington State Department of Health hopes to begin distributing the first COVID-19 vaccine by mid-December. If it's approved by the FDA for emergency use, an initial 62,400 doses of the Pfizer vaccine would be allocated to the state by the federal government, with a total of around 200,000 doses by the end of December. Michelle Roberts, the state official in charge of vaccine planning, outlined the distribution goals last week.
We won't know until early December which facilities will get vaccine first. They will be facilities that serve or employ the groups recommended to get vaccine first. The first people eligible to receive vaccines are high-risk workers in healthcare settings. That's called Phase 1A. We will share more information about vaccine phases in the coming weeks. Fortunately, locations that don't have ultra-cold storage capacity can still store the Pfizer vaccine in a special thermal shipper the vaccine comes in. This allows additional sites to receive the vaccine as long as they can vaccinate at least 975 people in 20 days. 975 doses is the order size of the Pfizer vaccine shipment. We are also working on a policy that will allow hospitals or other people who get vaccine who don't expect to be able to vaccinate 975 people to transfer the extra vaccine to other enrolled facilities. This will help us reduce wasted vaccine.
A suspected pickup thief made matters worse when he attempted, allegedly, to flee law enforcement near Brewster last week. The Brewster Police Department said shortly after the work truck was reported stolen on Wednesday morning after being left idling, an Okanagan County Sheriff's deputy spotted the vehicle on Old Highway 97. The deputy gave chase at speeds up to 100 miles per hour and was soon assisted by the Brewster Police and Washington State Patrol. Police say the suspected thief crashed the pickup into a power pole, then attempted to flee on foot, but was quickly apprehended. There were no injuries, although power was knocked out for a short time for some area residents. 33-year-old Lukeen Jarape of Brewster was booked into the Okanagan County Jail on charges of theft of a motor vehicle and attempting to elude, and on a Douglas County warrant charging him with driving on a suspended license. The Washington State Patrol had an eventful Thanksgiving weekend, coming to the rescue of some animals on Interstate 90 on two separate occasions. On Friday, Trooper Sage Schaefer was checking on an abandoned boat on I-90 near Moses Lake when he heard something crying. A quick investigation turned up 4 tiny kittens. The boat had been there about 24 hours and had been placed on blocks and then fallen on its side. Trooper John Bryant said the kittens are now warm, fed, and in good hands. On Thanksgiving Day, a pickup towing a horse trailer on the interstate near Ellensburg became disabled, and it was a scramble to find a place to keep the 2 horses while the truck was repaired. Washington State Patrol Trooper Christine White quickly volunteered to keep the animals at her property until the pickup was ready to resume its journey to Texas. Bryant said the traveling horses and White's horses appeared to get along just fine. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, state troopers have important advice on how to avoid the worst outcomes when traveling over the mountain passes. That plus weather and sports are still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Kerry Condata. This is the 12th District TV show, aired 8 times every week on NCWLIFE TV. We cover business and politics like no one else does it because I've been there and done it. 30 years self-employed, 16 years in the House of Representatives, and 12 years running campaigns across the state of Washington. That resume means you're getting information you can't get anywhere else. This is the 12th District. I'm Kerry Condata.
Hi, I'm Kevin Prosser, and this is my print shop, Color Effects in Cashmere. Color Effects offers screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing on t-shirts, jerseys, bags, banners, signs, and more. With 30 years experience, you won't be disappointed with the quality and quick turnaround times you will get at more than a fair price. Please call Color FX.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. The Washington State Patrol says the speed limit on Stevens Pass was lowered to 50 miles per hour over the weekend for a reason, and on Saturday, at least one motorist found out why. Fortunately, that driver was not injured. Trooper Jeremy Weber talks about what to do and what not to do when crossing Washington's passes in winter weather conditions.
Trooper Weber with your Washington State Patrol. I'm located right now on the top of Stevens Pass. Right now I'm facing westbound, almost to the top, just maybe a mile or 2 from the top. And I want to talk to you about 2 things. The first thing is, if you're coming up into the area and you see the 50-mile-an-hour signs, please obey that signage. Yesterday I responded to a 1-car rollover where they were going a lot faster than the 50, and they ended up wrecking and rolling their car. Fortunately, nobody was hurt, but that collision could have been avoided if they were going the normal 50 miles an hour that they require up here. That's the first thing. The second thing is, if you look behind me, you'll see these no parking tollway zones all up here. You'll see people that come up here to recreate, but they'll park in no parking areas. They'll block the roadway, and just really want to get it out there that if you were parked in a no parking zone, your car could get towed, and it would be something to come back after enjoying and recreating and seeing your car's gone, and you may not have cell phone signal, or the lodge is closed. So you need a ride out of here, and you won't have one if your car is towed. So if you're in the area recreating, please follow the signage. Don't park in no parking zones. We don't want to have to tow your car, but if it's parked in a no parking zone and it's dangerous to others out there, we're going to have to tow it. So come up here and enjoy yourself, but just make sure that you're obeying the speed limit and that you're parking where you should. This is Trooper Weber with your Washington State Patrol.
And now for more on weather on the passes and all around north central Washington, we turn to our friend Dan Kuntz. Dan?
Hi everybody, Dan Kuntz filling in for Grant Olson again on what was a very active Monday here weather-wise. Mother Nature gave us a little bit of everything. We had some spittles of snow this morning, then right around sunrise it switched over to rain, and then we had the sun and we had the wind. We had it all on this last day of November 2020, but things are going to calm down big time for the rest of the week and really right on into the weekend. And boy, do the passes get nailed with a lot of snow, but they're not going to get any snow either for the rest of the week. So all in all, it's going to be pretty benign weather as we say goodbye to November and welcome December. Here's a shot from our cross camera. Weren't able to use that for a couple of times last week as it was all fogged over and cloudy, but not the case today. Beautiful day here. A beautiful afternoon, I should say, for the Wenatchee Valley and most of north central Washington after all of that activity we had this morning. And the storm system that came through, pretty rapid storm system, and right behind it, high pressure is going to set up. And you know what that means for the most part? No precipitation and quite a bit of afternoon sunshine. So beautiful day to wrap up November and welcome December come Tuesday. So let's take a look at what the almanac was for today. 46, considerably warmer than what we had over the weekend. We didn't even get to 40 on Saturday or Sunday. Our normal high right around 37, so it was a milder than normal day today. Still remember that winter of 1985. And not only was it unbelievably cold in November and December of 1985, it was cold for weeks on end. Very memorable for those people who were around there. About 8 hours and 45 minutes of sunlight, give or take a couple. We're losing about 2.5 to 3 minutes of daylight a day as we get closer to the winter solstice. All right, let's take a look at the temperatures we can expect from tomorrow. We'll start out in the Columbia Basin and work our way to the Wenatchee Valley. And again, temperatures going to be fairly mild, all things considered. Moses Lake, you'll top off at about 40. Same deal with Ephrata, you'll be at 40 degrees. Quincy at 40 degrees. Here in the valley, 42. Cashmere, Leavenworth, right around that 40-degree mark. The overnight lows are going to get a little bit cooler because we're going to have some fairly clear skies in the evening hours. You're going to notice that in Omak, the cool spot, as you can see, they'll top off tomorrow right around 38 degrees to our friends up to the north. So what do we have in shape as far as this week is concerned? Again, today's storm system came in and came out. Gobs of rain in the Puget Sound area. It just dumped there. Came down to snow in the mountain passes. Stevens got about 10 inches of snow today. That's starting to taper off. So yeah, very active weather today. Things are going to calm down. What's going to happen is high pressure is going to set up, and it's going to set up to the east of us and slowly move to the west. And high pressure this time of the year normally means air inversion. You know, we get the cold air trapped on the valley floor. We get clouds and we get fog. The cloudy, foggiest day is going to be Wednesday. Tomorrow we're going to have quite a bit of sunshine. Clouds will be back on Wednesday. Sunshine is going to take the day off, I'm afraid, on Wednesday. And then we're going to get into that pattern that we're so used to. It's normally a January, February kind of a situation, but it's going to be more like that in December. We're going to have low clouds and fog in the morning, burning off to sunshine in the afternoon. Temperatures just right around normal, 36, 37 degrees right through this forecast period. We're going to be under the influence of high pressure. It's going to keep any kind of storm system away. And this high pressure ridge, they say, is going to be very well entrenched. Going to start building up on Tuesday, which is why we're going to have all that sunshine. And then the pattern outside of Wednesday will be pretty consistent. Morning clouds and fog, afternoon sunshine, temperatures right around normal. This is right through Monday of next week. So if you want to get out and get a little vitamin E, the afternoon hours will be your best bet. We'll have the clouds and the fog in the morning. No precipitation at all in the forecast. No wind at all in the forecast. Just very quiet weather as we welcome December 2020. The year has just flown by. So pretty active day today. Gobs of gooey good sunshine for you tomorrow. We're looking good. And then again, we're going to be into that pattern, low clouds and fog in the morning, sunshine in the afternoon, right through the rest of the week, into the weekend, maybe even into the middle part of next week, as a matter of fact. So let's take a look at it one more time. Here's a 7-day forecast. And again, lots of clouds today, a little bit of rain is probably all but gone by now. Don't get used to that 46. It's not going to be around much longer. Look at those overnight lows below freezing. So we're going to get that, what we always talk about. We get the low clouds and fog that forms right on the valley floor, and then it burns off in the afternoon. Tuesday is the exception. We're going to have sunshine all day Tuesday as that high pressure ridge begins to build up. And then, as you can see, clouds and fog in the morning, sun breaks in the afternoon, right through Sunday of next week. Temperatures very consistent, mid-30s for the afternoon highs, and we'll see the overnight lows in the mid to upper 20s in this forecast right through probably now, they tell us, Monday or Tuesday of next week. So there you go. That's your forecast. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. We'll have more with Jefferson when we come back.
The two hottest pickups in America are at Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. First, the Ram 1500 with back-to-back Truck of the Year awards from Motor Trend, and now the Car and Driver 10 Best list for 2020. They call it a luxury sedan with pickup capabilities. Ram is on a roll now with third-generation EcoDiesel power. Next up, the Jeep Gladiator, also a 2020 10 Best model based on the new award-winning Jeep Wrangler. It has options and capabilities that no other truck can offer. Two more reasons when it comes to buying a truck: there's no reason to leave town.
I had to pack up all my things. I had to leave my home. And I never knew where I was going next. It felt like I never even had a say. But then you came along.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellingson here from Live It Up. Join us every week as we answer your questions on health, wealth, and relationships.
We're all about you creating a life that you love, so tune in to Live It Up.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
Once again, Dan Coons filling in for Eric Grandstrom, who will be back in this chair come tomorrow. Dylan Morris hit Cade Otten on a 16-yard touchdown pass with 36 seconds left. Big comeback for the Huskies on Saturday night. They were down 21 points at the half, came all the way back and beat the Utah Utes 24-21. Of course, the unexpected matchup between the Utes and the Huskies came about because both teams had their originally scheduled games canceled because of COVID-19 issues with their opponents. The Huskies were supposed to play Washington State. Utah was supposed to travel to Arizona State. Instead, the two teams played each other. Morris, brilliant on Washington's final drive. He took the Huskies 88 yards in less than 4 minutes, capped the winning drive by rolling to his left and throwing across his body to find his big tight end. Cade Otten had 8 catches for 108 yards and a pair of second-half touchdown receptions. Here is the winning touchdown. Again, Morris, Otten, touchdown. Huskies, 5th time in school history Washington rallied from a deficit of 21 or more points to win, and the first time since 1989 when the Huskies trailed UCLA 21-0 and rallied for the victory. Morris, 23 of 38, 272 yards. He had a couple of TD passes. He also threw 3 interceptions. He was 6 of 9 for 71 yards on the Huskies' final possession. They were down 21-0 at halftime, and then the Huskies crawled all the way back on both sides of the ball. All of a sudden, the offense and the defense decided to show up. Kamari Pleasant had a 2-yard touchdown run, and that capped the opening drive of the half. Washington pulled within 21-10, then the ensuing field goal, then the ensuing touchdown. Big victory for the Huskies. The Huskies are scheduled to host Stanford on Saturday. We'll find out. The Huskies, by the way, are ranked at number 23 in this week's AP Top 25. The Pac-12 Conference announced yesterday the football game between the Cougars and the Trojans down in California, originally scheduled for this Friday, is now going to be played on Sunday. That's right, Sunday night, 6 o'clock. It'll be televised on FS1. Per USC's statement, the game was moved to allow the return of USC players who are in isolation because of COVID-19, either positive tests or isolation because of contact tracing. The coach of the Cougars, Nick Rolovich, said he's pretty confident the Cougars will be ready to go when they take on USC during his latest media availability. The Cougars have had up to 9 players on COVID-19 protocol. They had to cancel the game, of course, against Stanford, and then last week against Washington. So the Cougars have gone 22 games without playing a football game. Hopefully that will change Sunday at the Coliseum in L.A. And the Seahawks have the honor of wrapping up a football-filled Thanksgiving weekend tonight in Philadelphia. They're taking on the Eagles, and they got some help yesterday. The two teams in their division that are chasing them both lost. Robbie Gould nailed a 42-yard field goal on the last play of the game. The 49ers upset the Rams 23-20, while in Foxborough, Nick Folk's 50-yard field goal on the final play of that game lifted New England over the Cardinals 20-17. And the Seahawks got more good news with Pete Carroll's announcement that tailback Chris Carson and quarterback Shaquille Griffin are healthy and will play tonight.
Yeah, Bob, he looks really good. I mean, he looked explosive and in great shape. He's got fresh legs, benefit. You know, you can tell, you can feel it in his change of direction and all that stuff. So he's really raring to go. Yeah, he's full go.
Yeah, you just follow up, I guess. Shaquille, same sort of thing?
Yeah, Shaquille made through the whole week. No setbacks at all. He's ready to play.
Seahawks haven't played a football game since November 19th, and Coach Pete Carroll says the break came at a perfect time.
This was really a good opportunity for our club to take advantage of the way the schedule fell, the Thursday game and then going to Monday. And we were able to sort out the week and give these guys plenty of time to get their legs back, and so it's very fortunate, that this time of the season you get that. You can see it in the guys in the way they practiced, and the way they ran around, that they're feeling pretty good, pretty strong. We get a few guys back too for this ball game. Thankfully, it's been a while. Not everybody's there, but it's a good showing, and so you guys will ask about the different ones. But like that, we got this week done. We're taking off for the East Coast, and it's a big trip Monday night, and all that. It'll be a blast. So we're looking forward to it.
Seahawks safety Jamal Adams says the key to stopping the Eagles' offense is stopping fifth-year quarterback Carson Wentz.
Right, he's a very athletic quarterback, a guy that can take command, a guy that can lead the guys, lead the group. He's a competitor. Obviously, when he does take off, he's not looking to slide. He is looking to run you over or looking to make some yak yards, should I say. But he's an outstanding competitor. I know a lot of people were talking down on his game, but obviously we know what type of quarterback he is. He's an outstanding quarterback that has proven that he can do it. And he can make all the throws. So we're preparing like every other quarterback. It's not a letdown. It's no looking down on him or on what season he's had. Sometimes as an athlete, you don't have the best years or you don't have the best games. But the most important thing is just being consistent. And as athletes, that's what we strive for. So he's going to come out there, give it us his best game. I know we're looking forward to it on Monday night. So that's our focus.
Seahawks and the Eagles, Monday Night Football, 5:15 kickoff on ESPN. Now, those are just some of the games that people are playing on this Monday. Jefferson, back to you.
Thank you so much, Dan. Appreciate it. Finally, from us tonight, with the numbers from the November election all tallied, it is clear President-elect Joe Biden very narrowly won the city of Wenatchee, although incumbent President Donald Trump won Chelan County and north central Washington as a whole. The Democratic challenger gained 8,335 votes to the president's 8,268 votes in those 26 precincts that are inside the Wenatchee city limits. That's a margin of victory, just 67 votes, or 0.4%. It could just as easily have gone the other way in the presidential race. Those same Wenatchee precincts also cast 533 ballots for third-party candidates. Let's check in one more time with Dan Kuntz to hear about what's in the hopper for tomorrow morning's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Jefferson. Join me for tomorrow's edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, the first day of December. Yep, we're almost done with November. We'll put November in the rearview mirror. Welcome December. Get us in the Christmas spirit a little bit. And a friendly reminder, if you find it in the kindness of your heart to buy me a Christmas present for this holiday season, don't forget my rule of thumb, big and expensive, all right? So if you're out there shopping locally, shopping online, whatever, big and expensive. That's how I like my gifts. Join me tomorrow with your weather forecast and everything else you need to know to get your Tuesday, December 1st going. I'll Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I'll see you tomorrow morning, live and local at 7 a.m. Jefferson, back to you.
Thank you, Dan. Your Christmas present from me is in the mail to someone else. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around north central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or on our website, NCWLIFE.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we would like to hear from you. You can send us an email, news@ncwlife.com, or give us a call, 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Jefferson Robbins. I'll be back here with you tomorrow night at 5, 6, and 10. Stay healthy.
Badger Mountain Brewing is proud to announce the grand opening of our new kitchen. Come try out our new menu featuring fabulous steaks, prime rib, gourmet burgers, and seafood grilled up by experienced meat master Chef Galen Goodman. To complement your mouth-watering meal, Badger Mountain Brewing features 14 in-house crafted beers, an alcohol-free root beer infused with 11 different herbs and spices, 3 different ciders, and a great wine selection. Don't miss out on the best meats and the best brews down at Badger Mountain Brewing.
Located at 1 Orondo Avenue across the tracks from the Pybus Market.